يصلحون ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمد عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما إخوة الإيمان السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us this another opportunity to gather here today being Yawm al-Jum'ah, another blessed day of Friday, which is the 22nd day of the holy month of Shawwal in the year 1444 after the migration of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from the holy city of Mecca to the holy city of Medina to al-Munawwar, which is equivalent to the 12th day of the month of May, year 2023, after the birth of Nabi Isa, the Jesus Christ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala counts our gathering among the ones He's going to accept in this world and in the hereafter. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. In continuation with what we started discussing last week concerning Zakat, and we will explain to us what Zakat means. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned to us in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, an hadith that was narrated by Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, anna Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ba'asa Mu'adhan ila al-Yaman. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent Mu'adh ibn Jabal, who was among the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that rendered his services to the Ummah and he gained the merit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent him as an emissary to the city of Yemen. Father al-Hadith, he now recited or mentioned or delivered the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to the people of Yemen. And what was the message? As it goes thus, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what if tarado alayhim sadaqah, Allah has made compulsory on you people to give charity, to give zakat. Fi amwalikum, that Allah has ordained you people to give charity, to pay the zakat out of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with. And what will you use the zakat for? To khadu min aghliyahim, is for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to take from those that are rich, from those that are wealthy, faturaju fi fuqaraihim, and give it back to the whom? To the less privileged ones. So this is one of the conditions why zakat must be paid. And we can see how essential the zakat is. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had to send an envoy from Medina to Yemen to go and tell them how important, how essential it is, and how compulsory it is. And Mu'adh ibn Jabal radiyallahu ta'ala, on getting there, he delivered the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam we never do this alone except with the instruction of Allah. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him in Surah At-Tawbah, Quran chapter 9, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Khuz min amwalihim," take from their money. Allah told Rasul, take from their money. The sigatul that says the sigatul amr. It was a command. It was a commandment that take from their money. وَتُطَهِّرُهُمْ, and use the money to cleansing their wealth. وَتُزَكِّيهِمْ, and purify them. After taking their money, after cleansing their money, after purifying all what they have in possession as property as well. وَصَلِّ عَلَيْهِمْ, O Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after taking the zakat, the sadaqah from them, now supplicate for them, pray unto them. Because inna salataka sakanu, the prayer, the supplication you are going to render unto them, sakanun lahu, is going to be a tranquility on them. It's going to be a respite for them. So for us to pay zakat, those that are capable of giving zakat, is going to cleanse you, is going to purify you, and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be on you. And what do we mean by zakat? One is to increase what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed on you. Two is to purify what you have erroneously or in an unlawful way gathered. That is the essence of zakat. It's serving two purposes. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ, the people that have succeeded, مَنْ تَزَكَّى, they are those that have purified what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them. It's not only our materials, our wealth, our physical substances that we can purify. The first thing we need to purify is what? Our soul. If your soul is not purified, you won't even have the opportunity or the audacity of what? Purifying what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with in terms of properties, in terms of your wealth. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ensured that other generations that came before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are also been ordained, they have been commanded that they must give zakat. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Surah Al-Anbiya, Quran chapter 21 verse 73. Ba'da a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Allah said, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْهِمْ فِعْلَ الْخَيْرَاتِ وَإِقَامَ الصَّلَاةِ وَإِيتَاءِ الزَّكَاةِ وَكَانُوا لَنَا عَابِدِينَ. وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا. Allah said, we established them. يَهْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا, for them to be following our path, for them to follow our instruction. That was the reason why we kept you here. Part of the instruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we must follow is, as soon as you wake up, we have to go and do what? To go and observe our salat. And before going to salat, we must appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that temporarily seized our soul last night and restored it back towards this morning. By saying what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us. Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'da ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur. When you do that, you need to go and stand up and do what? And observe either your tahajjud or your salat subhi. It's part of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has established us on this earth for. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now said, we provide a right path for them. Yaduna bi amrina, to be towing that path with our commandment. Wa wa'ayna ilayhim fil khairati, and we reveal unto them that they should be doing the righteous things. However, it's a revelation. Allah did not reveal any revelation to us. He revealed it to who? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it was transmitted to us. So the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the communication to us by what he was inspired, or from what he was revealed unto him. So the hadith is the transmission of the discussion or of the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unto Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to us. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he communicated the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us. And what are the messages? Atiullah wa atiur Rasul. To follow the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and follow the path of his messengers. But not any other messenger that Allah has sent to this ummah except Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Prophet Muhammad is not here with us again. The righteous scholars are now our own messenger. They will be telling us about Kitabullah wa Kitabur Rasul. Allah said, we reveal unto them through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that they should follow the right path. And what are the right path? Wa iqamus salat. They should be establishing prayers. Wa ita'i az-zakat, and they should be giving the zakat. They should be paying their zakat. They should pay their tithe. Wakanu lana abidi. If they are doing all this, they are using all this as an act of worship to worship we Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed the first ummah before the ummah of Prophet Muhammad. So zakat, paying zakat did not start on the ummah of Prophet Muhammad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned again in Surah Al-Baqarah, Quran chapter 2 verse 43. Wa aqimus salata wa atuz zakata wa arka'u ma'ar raki'in. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, wa aqimus salat. You people should pray. Establish the khamsu salawat and the other nawafil. Wa atuz zakata, and you should pay your zakat. Wa arka'u ma'ar raki'in, and you should prostrate, you should bow. You should bow down to those that are bowing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are we going to bow for? We are to bow for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the time or during the time that we are doing what? We are observing our daily salawats. You can see how essential and how valuable zakat is. Allah did not stop over there. In Surah Al-Maryam, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was telling us about Nabi Isa alayhi salamullah, Allah said, وَجَعَلْنَا مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ مَا دُمْتُ حَيًّا. Nabi Isa alayhi salamullah, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave his mother the opportunity to deliver him, we have talked about him several times, that it was the same day that he was giving birth to, that was the same day he spoke. So when the family or his maternal family confronted his mother, that where did you bring this little child? We never knew you to be an adulterer. We never knew you to be an adult. We never knew you to be a prostitute. Neither were your parents an unfortunate set of people. No. You are a daughter of a glorious person. You came out from a personified family, a glorious family. Where did you get this child from? And Sayyidatuna Maryam alayhi salamullah now pointed unto the baby. And the baby spoke immediately. Qala inni Abdullah. He told them that inni Abdullah, I'm a servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those that are calling him the child of Allah, where did they see their riwayah from? Nabi Isa Jesus Christ said, inni Abdullah, I'm a servant of Allah. Atani al-kitaba, a scripture has been given to me. And what is that scripture? Injil. That is the Holy Bible. The Old Testament was the scripture that was given to Nabi Muhammad Nabi Isa alayhi salamullah. All these King James version, all these versions that the New Testament, all those ones are the adulterated ones that they, like the one that concocted it. Not the one that Nabi Isa alayhi salamullah proclaimed that has been given to him. Atani al-kitaba, a book, a scripture has been given to me. وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ, and Allah has made me to be a blessed child, a blessed person wherever I find myself. وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ, and Allah has ordained unto me that I must be observing my salawat. The salat he was observing, is it the type of our own salat? No. The way they are observing it, it is him and his ummah and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that knows. Because the one we are observing, it was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that went to go and receive it for us. So that means the type of the salat we are observing has not been in existence before. But all the prophets, they also have their own way and mode of what? Of worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through salat. But not the type of our own that we are doing khamsu salawat now. Their own subi will be different from ours. Their own azur will be different from ours. There might be tendency there might be more than 5 or less than 5 that we are also observing. You know, it was 50 that was initially given to Prophet Muhammad, not this 5. It was a reduction that led to the 5 khamsu salawat that we're observing now. Nabi Isa said, "Wow, sorry, salat." Allah ordained me to be praying salat. So that means the Christians too supposed to be doing what? To be observing salat as it was commanded to Nabi Isa to observe it. Was zakata, and is ordained unto me that I must pay zakat. I must do purification of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me. Madum to hayya, as far as I'm living on the earth. So zakat is not something that you start with and you now stop. As far as you are living and you have what you need to use to pay the zakat, you must pay it. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to pass on to us. Now, if you are supposed to pay zakat, what are the conditions that you need to consider before you know that you are due for zakat? There are two terms that we must put into consideration. Number one is the NISAB or the NISAB. The NISAB, not NISAB. The NISAB. The NISAB is the threshold that whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, it must get to that level. It must get to that threshold. So when you get that thing, you keep that thing for a year. And that thing is still at that level or beyond that level. That is when you are due for paying zakat. That is what we call an NISAB. Then the second aspect or the second term is the Sharia attached to that your what? Your NISAB. And that Sharia is the calculation that will be done on what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, and you now pay a certain percentage of what you have acquired that is at the level of the threshold or beyond the NISAB. Brothers, we used to have a general understanding that we need to give 2.5% of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us as zakat. It's not only 2.5. It varies based on what you want to pay zakat for. Now, we know our NISAB of what we want to pay. That in this year, this is what I have gathered over 1 year. And the calculation should be based on lunar calendar, not solar calendar. The lunar calendar I'm referring to is our own Hijriya calendar, the Islamic dates, the Islamic calendar, not the Gregorian calendar. Because there has to be a difference of like 10 to 12 days in between our own calendar, the Hijri calendar, and the Gregorian calendar. So it is our own Hijri calendar that you must use in calculating for the time that you need to pay your zakat. So within 1 year, it is you that you will now choose a particular day, a particular time that you are going to be paying your zakat. It doesn't compulsory that it must be inside Ramadan. It's not compulsory. It can be any time, but it must be within that 1 year. Al-Awlu. The one you removed last year must be following it. Last year's date must precede this year's date. So that whatever you want to do must be a cycle within a cycle of 1 lunar year. So if you are taking Ramadan, for instance, you are the one that want to be using Ramadan because of the blessings in Ramadan. If you take Ramadan 10 or Ramadan 15 or Ramadan 20, so the following year that you are going to pay your zakat is going to be the same date of last Ramadan that you used. That is how our zakat is being done. But considerably, what we must target is the NISAB, the threshold, the level our money must reach, the level of the stock that is generating money for us must reach within that year, after settling all the debts, after settling all the loans that we have acquired. Then whatever is left, within that year, within a year, that is what we are going to pay zakat upon. Now, consequences of not paying zakat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Holy Quran, as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made us to understand in Surah At-Tawbah, Quran chapter 9, verse 34 and verse 35. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَالَّذِينَ يَكْنِزُونَ الذَّهَبَ, those that are holding الذهب, gold, وَالْفِضَّةَ, and silver, وَلَا يُنْفِقُونَهَا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, and they are not spending it because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah now told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to tell all those kind of people, وَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ, tell them that me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, am going to chastise them with severe punishment. So those of you, or those of them, and those of us, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really blessed, but will restrain, or they restrain to themselves, that they won't pay the zakat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Prophet Muhammad to tell them that on the day of Qiyamah, they are going to be chastised with a chastisement that is so disgraceful and is going to be very severe. And who can withstand the chastisement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You don't even know the nature of the chastisement is going to chastise you. Allah continues to be saying that Yawma yuma alayha finan, the day that we are going to throw them into the hellfire, in continuation of the first verse. Those that refuse to be paying zakat from their fiddah, from their zaba wal fiddah, from their gold and their silver, and whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given unto them, that very day we are going to throw them into Jahannam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said we are going to put it on them both front and back. What do we both front and back, both left and right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said those items that they have refused to pay zakat upon, Allah said we are going to use those items to decorate them on the left hand side, on the right hand side, in their front and in their back. Allah will now say, Adama kanatu, these are all what you have kept to yourself. Le'anfusikum, Adama kanatu le'anfusikum, these are all what you have kept to yourself. Fasuku ma kuntum taknizun. Today, start eating all what you have kept to yourself, that ought to have paid zakat upon. You are so conscious that you don't want anything to be reduced from what we Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. Okay, all what we are giving you, see them here. Well, start eating them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will now give them like that and ask them to be eating it. That is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9 of the Holy Quran, verse 34 and 35. Allah did not stop. In Surah Al-Imran, Quran chapter 3, verse 180. Allah said, وَلَا يَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ يَبْخَلُونَ بِمَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. Those that are so greedy, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell them, those that are greedy with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them. Allah gave you knowledge that's supposed to be useful for the ummah. You kept it to yourself. Allah gave you knowledge to be useful for the Muslim ummah. You said before they will be able to come and attend to them, they must pay you 1 million naira. There is nothing wrong in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless your knowledge and to be using the knowledge to solve. But when it comes to the time of talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you need to be flexible. Because the knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, Allah has not taken anything from you. Neither did He collect any stipend from your parents before He blessed you. Fine. A guy can be invited to come out, maybe from Lagos, he should come to Kano to come and deliver a lecture. Yes, they need to provide for his logistics. They need to provide for his accommodation. But the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you want to communicate to them, how much do you want them to pay you? You, that everybody is waiting for you to listen to you. How much have you paid Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? But in terms of logistics, in terms of feeding, in terms of taking care of you personally, there is nothing wrong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now said, those that are so greedy, that what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed on them, they refuse to share with people. Allah has done a lot of good things to them. Min fadlihi, that Allah has done for them from His Majesty. Huwa khairan lahum, and they believe is honor to them, and they believe is mercy of Allah to them. Allah said, Prophet Muhammad, tell them, bal huwa sharrun lahum. What they have conceived unto them, which was the mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they were so guilty about it, and they saw it as mercy of Allah. Allah asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to tell them that all those things that they are concealing, that they are not sharing, and they ought to have shared it, and they are not paid the dues, and they ought to have paid it. Allah said, Prophet Muhammad, tell them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but huwa sharrun lahum. It's a calamity unto them. It's a calamity unto them. Allah said, when on the day of Qiyamah, all those things that they refuse to give back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you are saying we should pay zakat, the line was is it Allah that we are going to go and give, or his wife or his children? It doesn't have all this. He wants us to help in the society to alleviate poverty. Poverty can never be eradicated. It can only be alleviated. Nobody can eradicate poverty except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he is not going to eradicate it, because all of us we are not going to be in the same level at time of Qiyamah. So some people will be rich, some people will be in second class richness, some people will be in third class richness, some people will be poor and they continue to be poorer. So the essence of paying this zakat is what? Is to give back to the less privileged one. Allah has given you enormously. You need to deduct what is halal to purify your money. You need to deduct the percentage that ought to have been deducted and give to those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to give. It's not only the poor people that we need to give. As we started mentioning them, out of 8 I've mentioned 4 last week. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said on the day of Qiyamah, all those things that they ought to have deducted as zakat and sadaqah, we are going to use all those things. Like a chain, we are not going to wear it for them on their neck. We use it to tie their neck. So any one of us among us that is due for paying zakat, and you refuse to pay it, and those that you know that they're supposed to pay, that they refuse to pay, and as you are hearing it now, it's binding on you to tell people around you that are supposed to be paying to pay. And if you refuse to tell them, it's going to be a hujjah against you on the day of Qiyamah, because you have listened and you have heard. Allah said all those things that they fail to deduct as zakat, to pay back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ma bahilu, saytawwaquna ma bahilu. Saytawwaquna ma bahilu bi yawm al-qiyamah. We are going to use it to tie them like a chain. It's going to be like a chain. We use it to tie their neck on the day of Qiyamah. Walillahi mirasu samawati wal ard. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the head. H-E-I-R is the head of the heaven and the earth. It's one that created the heaven and the earth. It's one that created everything that is existing inside the earth. It's one that created everything that is existing inside the heaven. Allah said, "Walillahi mirasu samawati wal ard." At the end of the day, I'm going to inherit everything. So why are you so mischievous? Why are you denying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what He has instructed you to do? Why are you failing to heed the call of Allah? Those of you that you ought to have been paying zakat. Wallahu bima ta'maluna khabir. Allah said everything that you are doing, we are going to give you the reports. The one you do see, the one you perform secretly, Allah said we are going to tell you. We are going to show you unto you. We are going to give you the report sheet. The one you did openly with good intention, the one you do openly with bad intention, Allah said, Wallahu khabirun bima ta'malun. I'm going to give you the news, either good or bad, of whatever you are doing. These are the places that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned to us, so that we can be conscious of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us and how we need to pay back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah, through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, made us to understand that there are levels of spending in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm able to put down 4 levels. That what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, how are you going to spend them? I'm able to put down 4 levels. Number 1, qadr to Allah. To borrow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what you have, what Allah has given you, to now borrow Allah. The way I can come to your place now and say, please borrow me your charger, I want to use it to charge my phone. Somebody has borrowed charger inside this masjid this afternoon. He didn't come with his phone. He had to borrow. So what can we borrow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The way some of you are taking loans from banks, you are borrowing money. So what can we borrow? What Allah has given us. How can we borrow Him? Allah told us in the Holy Quran, مَاذَا الَّذِي يُقْرِضُ اللَّهَ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا فَيُضَاعِفُ لَهُ أَضْعَافًا كَثِيرًا. Allah said, who is going to borrow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala things that are good? And when you now borrow me Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if I'm paying you back, I will now pay you back in multiple, in manifold. And what I'm going to use to pay you will be even better than what you are paying. Fine, we can't use haram. We can't borrow Allah with haram. So you must borrow Allah with what? Halal. Right? So if you now borrow Allah without your halal, what is better than the halal one you are borrow Allah is what Allah will use to pay you back. Allah will multiply it for you in manifolds. That is the first business you can transact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two, al-infaqu fi sabilillah. To be spending in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which way can we spend in the cause of Allah? A less privileged child that is very brilliant, very intelligent, but as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants it, his parents cannot afford to pay for public primary school, 350 naira per term. They can't pay. But the little child is very intelligent, very brilliant. But to go to school, very difficult. To go to Islamia is very difficult. We can use our money to do what? Infaqu fi sabilillah. It's part of the way we can transact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number three, as-sadaqah is to do the normal sadaqah that we are doing. I told us that those that used to come around our houses that are saying this sabilillah, abali yo dere juma, yo dere alamis, dere juma, dere nasidi. All those people, malamai, with their wife, with their children, maybe the blinded people or the disabled people that are coming in front of our homes, that are asking fisabilillah, fisabilillah, we must give them. That we used to call al-majiri. They are not al-majiri, they are what? As-sa'ilun. Al-majiri is al-mu'ajir, the person that migrates from this place to another. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had already migrated from Makkah to Medina. La hijrata ba'da fatihul Makkah. After the 9 years of the migration of Rasulullah, no any hijrah again. So no any al-muhajirun. The only hijrah we can do from now is to leave all the nefarious activities that we are perpetrating in and go to what Allah asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to tell us. You that you are humanizing, you drop that to your humanization. You that you are taking bribe, you stop taking bribe. You that you are taking alcohol, you stop taking alcohol. You that you are joining the hair of the front with the back just to disturb the peace of the society, you stop that. You leaving that and regret and regret on what you have been doing mistakenly, or you are doing it audaciously in an erroneous way. For you to leave that, you have done hijrah fi sabilillah. So part of what we can do to get the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as-sadaqah, to be giving the people that are in need. The needy, we should give them. And we should not what? We should not shout on them. That is why Quran told us that وَأَمَنْ سَائِلًا فَلَا تَنِعَ. Whoever comes to you to come and ask, don't forget about that. His hands are there, his legs is there. He can even wear a clothes that is better than you. You don't know what is biting him inside the clothes. Give him whatever you have. If you don't have, salamu alaikum. وَأَمَنْ سَائِلًا فَلَا تَنِعَ. Don't shout on anybody that asks from you. That is what Quran has told us. So what can give us, or what can tie us like an apron spring with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as-sadaqah. And I told us last week, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Ahlul Bayt is forbidding on them to do what? To take or to eat sadaqah. But they can take what? Adiyah, gift. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will never eat sadaqah. So it is a taboo, is forbidden for his family to also take or to also eat. But we can give them gifts. And I narrated that of Salman Farisi. I narrated it was here last week. So let's do sadaqah. A lot of sadaqah. Tutifi'ul bala, it used to take away calamity away from us. Anytime we want to travel, brothers, let's try to cultivate that habit. Do sadaqah. If you don't have money, good things, good words. Somebody that you know you are fighting with in the family, call him and let the fight finish. If that motor you are traveling by or you are traveling with is going to have accident, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might spare your life. Because you have done something good before you embark on that journey. There was one story I've never read it, right from while we were in childhood. I'm still a child up to now, right? But while we were very little, I heard it. That Nabi Dawud, alayhi salamullah, one very day that he was going to communicate with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. On his way going, he now saw a disabled person that doesn't have, the two limbs are off. He doesn't have his hand. So if people are coming and he's on a part of the road, he doesn't have a house. He used to stay on the road. Anytime people are coming, we use the remaining amputated hand. We use it to fetch sand and cover himself. But what did not cease from that man's tongue was what? Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, subhanallah, walhamdulillah. Nabi, while he was on transit, he now told Nabi Dawud alayhi salamullah that, help me tell Allah that I've been like this for so many years, and I've been praising him every time. Does it mean that my God that created me like this has forgotten me? He said he should remember Allah. Nabi Dawud got to where he's going to talk to Allah. He delivered the message of that disabled person. Allah now told Nabi Dawud alayhi salamullah that go and tell him that's how we created him and that's how he's going to live his own entire life. On his way coming back, he got there, he told him that this is what my Lord asked me to tell you. He said, talk, that is your Lord, that is my Lord. Whatever I wishes, let it be. Ma la yakunu fa la yakunu bi illatin abada ma huwa kainu sayakunu. Whatever will not be, will never be. No matter the power of the soothsayer, no matter the power of the babalawo, no matter the power of the herbalist, it will never be. Except what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, kun fayakun. After some time, Nabi Dawud alayhi salamullah was now coming back. In how many same man at that same spot, the two hands have been restored. Allah has given him the two hands. Even if it is you, would you be surprised? A whole prophet of Allah, Allah told him to say something. So time. After some time that is passing that through again, what Allah said that is not going to do, Allah has done it. Won't that prophet be like a liar? If it is in our midst now, won't we be seeing him like a liar? Nabi Dawud alayhi salamullah got to where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and said, oh Allah, you are the one that gave me this message. I passed the message to this man. On my way coming back now to come and talk to you, I saw him like this in a state that I was not expecting. Allah said, yes, Dawud. That's why the fact that I said I'm denying him, he was still glorifying me. So because of his glorification to me, to be appreciating me the way he is, I restore back his hand. Maybe it is the hand he wants. I have given him. So who is going to challenge him? La yusalu amma yaqulu wa hum yusalu. So whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not do, nobody can do it. Let's be glorifying Allah. Let's be doing sadaqah. Nabi Muhammad alayhi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, kullu tasbi'in sadaqah. When they got, because they left Makkah abruptly, they didn't come out with anything. That was why when they got to Medina, we were giving them wives. Those Ansar, some of them that had 3 wives, some that had 2 houses, they were giving their brothers that are in the same state of Iman with them. Because before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam got to Medina, Islam had been established in Medina. Because he had already sent Mus'ab ibn Umayr to Medina. So Islam had been established in Medina before the arrival of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was in the hand of Mus'ab ibn Umayr that Asad ibn Zurara and Muhammad ibn Maslama, they all accepted Islam. So when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered Medina, it was a red carpet reception that was given to him. So the people that had 2 wives, 3 wives, they were given the Muhajirun. You know, they ran away. We all know the story of Hijrah. Allah told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that this night, don't sleep in this town. And that was why he invited Ali, his cousin, his in-law, the husband of Fatima, that come and sleep on my bed. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going out of his house. I was saying, all the enemies that wanted to kill him, all of them, they line up on the same straight alignment at the entrance of the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he passed in between them. None of them saw him. So this is a good nakali for you that you are looking for nakali. Anywhere your enemies are, just recite وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ شَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ شَدًّا فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. You will pass in front of them like this, they won't see you. Me, I tried it and it worked for me. Wallahi lazim. Aqsam to be Rabbil Kaaba. I tried it in Jeddah one very day, and it worked for me. And when my pass finished, the man that was inspecting, he turned his face back. When I want to pass, he turned his face to the left. When I pass finished, because I had overloaded the load I'm carrying is more than I don't want to pay. In Jeddah, coming back to Nigeria, was checking everybody, including in front of me. When he got to my phone, I said, Allah, I don't have money to pay. He turned his face, and I passed through the scanner. And immediately I passed the next person, he checked the next person. It was وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ شَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ شَدًّا فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. Surah to Yasin, I think that's verse 9. But if you want to use it for anything bad, it will never work for you. Wallahi, it will never work for you. So that is one nakali, because you must be coming here and be enjoying the Quran. So our enemies, they won't have power over us. So also, you are our security brothers. You don't know whom you are. They will just send you to one war field. You don't know. Those people might even be powerful than you. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us about Ghazwatul Badr, that Allah descended 1,000 angels. 1,000 angels to come and support Prophet Muhammad. And they came down. Even some Sahaba, they saw angels like this. But they didn't see them in their real image. They came as human beings. They were even put in turbans. 500 were here, 500 were here. They were the ones that supported Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, 313 Sahabas, to fight the 1,000 kuffar of Makkah, the Quraysh. So Al-Quran is there for us. You don't need to run to anybody, and don't rely on your God. Your God will fail you. Rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you see some, they put one red rag. I don't know, maybe it's their Baba in their village that has given them. The Atamata saying it's a lie. Is there anything like Atamata saying AK-47? Rely on Allah. If you carry your gun, rely on Allah. If you wear your uniform, rely on your Allah. Those of you that Bible is your power, rely on your Allah. Those of you that tongue is your own power, rely on Allah. Don't rely on anything except Allah. Because it's the one that will be there for you to tell. Everybody wants to disgrace you. But if you have something, a skeleton inside your cupboard, Allah will disgrace you and Allah will support them. So, let's come back to our class. The third transaction we can do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what? Is as-sadaqah. The fourth one is zakat, which has been our point of discussion since last week. And I've explained to us what zakat is. Now, zakat can come in three forms before I now go to the classifications. The three forms, number one is zakatul fitr, which we just did like 3 weeks ago, right? We all know that. Even if your wife give birth to a baby, that very day before you go for Salatul Eid, you must pay the zakat of that baby. You must pay the zakatul fitr. Number two is zakatul mal or zakatul amwal. It is zakat that you must pay on all what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with, minus all the debts on what Allah has given you, minus all the loans you've gotten on what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. The third one is sadaqah. Sadaqah and zakat, they are going together, as I explained to us last week. Now, those are the classifications of the zakat that we have. Now, under these three categories, we now have 5 commodities under them. Number one is that of the gold and silver. I've mentioned to us here, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned azabu wal fidda. Azabu is gold, and fidda is what? Is silver. Now, those of you that you have your wives have gold inside their houses. Based on the NISAB, I've explained what NISAB is. It's the threshold that must be attained, and from that level, it will go above. It is from there that within a lunar year, and the lunar year is an Islamic year, not the solar year. It is above that threshold, that level, that you now pay zakat. If you or your wife has a gold inside her house, and the gold is there for 1 year, and it weighs 20 dinar. 20 dinar is equivalent to 87 grams. Maybe like 20 carats, but here we used to use grams. If the gold you have, or that of your wife, you kept at home, and it's in that house for 1 year, you need to go and weigh it. If it is more than 87 grams, you must pay zakat on it. If it is silver, you pay 200 dinar, which is equivalent to 575 grams. And it's with you for 1 year. If it is not with you for 1 year, you can't pay anything on it. But you know it's yours. And you didn't use it to go and do a shorty somewhere, a rugunu. You didn't use it to do that. It is you that owns it. It's your wife that owns it. And it's for you. You must pay the zakat on it. Number 2, on our business commodities. What we are going to pay on our business commodity is 2.5 of what we have that has run over within 1 year. Most of these businessmen, majority of them, let me say 95% or 98% of them, they collect loan facilities from the bank. Facility that you collected from the bank to run your business, you can't pay zakat on it because it's a debt. It is your own real money that you know within last year, this is the profit I have made. It is on that money, and that money is with you for 1 year. It is that money that you now pay 2.5% upon. And all our basic needs, our daily consumables that we are using, your wristwatch. You see some people, they are wearing wristwatch of 10 million. They are wearing shoes of 10 million. They are wearing clothes of 100 million. They are wearing car of 100 billion. You have some people that's their own life, and Allah will continue to provide for them at time of Qiyamah. All that they have, that is their daily consumables, they don't pay zakat on it. You can't pay zakat on your wristwatch, no matter how much you buy it. Even the house that you are living, you don't pay zakat on it. Except the ones you are using for rentage. That the money you collected last year is still with you for 1 year. We're going to come back to work concerning the retirement fund. Those of you that they are keeping money for you, for your pension or whatever. That money, is it zakatable? Because it's your money. And some of you now, you have more than 10 million. I can't really say the figure of what zakat you must pay zakat for now, but I think it's less than 1 million. If you have less than 1 million from last year to this year, and it's still there, you didn't touch it, you must pay zakat on it. We can all do our findings, ask our malams, the fuqahas. So that money that you have kept in the bank, that they are saying maybe when you retire, the money you're going to get it so that you continue to manage your life, is that money zakatable? Like in the US or in the European area, they call it 401k. All this, we need to evaluate, we need to find out, so that we know that the whole life we are living it in the Lahi wa Rasuli. Because if you don't pay it, I've read it to us. Allah said all those zakat, all those sadaqah that are due unto you that you refuse to pay, they are going to be used like a chain and chain your neck on the day of Qiyamah. That's number 2. Number 3, our livestock. If you have goats, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that one goat
If you have 40, between 40 and 90, or between 40 and 120, or the first 100, you must give out one goat. For camel, between 5 and 24 number of camels, you must give out one sheep. But from 25 to 36 of camel, you must give out one camel. And it must be a she camel. Even the goat must be a she goat. Except if the collector said, I don't want a female goat, I don't want a female camel, I don't want a female animal, that is when you can now collect a male. It must be an agreement. But according to Sharia of Islam, what you are going to give out from your animal, right, must be a female one. So that when you get to the person, it can be doing what? Reproducing. Because the essence of zakat is what? Is to give the less privileged ones so that they can be elevated from the what? From the level of abject poverty that they are suffering from. That is number 3. Number 4, farm products. The very day that you harvest your farm product is the day that you are supposed to pay your what? To pay your zakat. Brothers, we don't point to, like those that are rearing, they have fish ponds. You don't point to a fish like this and say that is the one you want to pay for zakat. You have to put everything together and value it. Not just point and kill. That is the language I'm looking for. You have to value everything. So all your farm products, the very day you harvest everything, the very day you harvest all your farm products is the very day that you are going to pay zakat. Now, there are 2 conditions attached to what? To the farm products. If the farm products are being irrigated artificially, you are the one that you are supplying, maybe there was drought. You are the one that supplied water to the farm till the time that it's now germinated, it grow, and you now harvested. You are going to pay 5% of whatever you want, whatever you harvested on your farm products. But if it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that irrigated it for you, by what? By rain, naturally, you are going to pay what? 10%. You are paying 5% because of what? Because you invested human support. You go extra mile to make sure that what you have planted, you harvest good products. But if it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has taken care for you, it was just descending rain and everything came out blossomly, you are going to give out what? 10%. The last one is the regards concerning buried or natural resources under the ground that we can't see. I cited an example last week. Maybe in your compound, they discover crude oil. And you didn't tell anybody. As you are extracting it, you have to pay 1/10 of that. 1/10 of that must be paid for natural resources. So also mines and ores. You pay 1/20 of mines and ores. According to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Lest I forget. Now, for the farm products, like grains, like rice, like beans, if you harvest them and they have spent, you didn't sell them, and they spend another 1 year in your house, you have to pay the zakat. Because some people, they used to hoard, or they keep it. Not even hoarding. Some people are not hoarding, some people are hoarding. Hoarding is for them to withhold all their farm products that, okay, in the next 3-4 months, these commodities will be stressed. That's when we are now going to release our own so that we can sell it ×2. That one is haram. Anything you are holding, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not bless whatever you get from it. Because profits should not be too much. There is no profit margin in Islam. You can sell your commodity any amount. But it's not be too much not to affect the other person's life. No margin that, okay, you buy your bread 10 naira and you can sell it 15 naira. You can sell it 20 naira. no boundary line. But the lesser profit you get, the more barakah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be on it. You can sell your own 10 naira 50 kobo, somebody sell his own 12, 15 naira. You'll be doing something better in life than him. Don't you see so many gatesmen, right? That they are guarding a big man house, that they are paying him 20, 15,000 naira every month. They won't even give him food. And without 15,000, 20,000, you have like 3, 4, 5 graduates. And is he going to be the owner of his house? He's a landlord, but he's doing a gateman here. And the oga that is securing, that has billions of naira with the halal money, with the haram money, right? To even train 1 or 2 of his children will be difficult. Allah might even be using those children to frustrate his life. He will send them to US, they will become drunk barons. He send them to Dubai, they will become idiots. He is the one that he said, I will keep you here to be looking at you, you will join bad gangs. And every day, every morning he wakes up, Allah, Allah, she was sorry, Allah, ya kai magana na haka. People want to fara paton. So, I said, lest I forget, farm products. You don't just point like this, that this is what I'm going to pay. You have to follow the Islamic jurisprudence. Now, for perishable items, like vegetables, tomatoes, all these ones, no matter their quantity, they are not zakatable. Because you can't preserve them for 1 year. Cabbage, lettuce, all those things, tattashe, taru, komi, ba zakka kansu. Domin ba za ka yi aka preserve it for 1 hour ba. Amma wake, gero, duwayen nan za a iya tara su a gida, kuma a duka kiyaye da su, a duka kula da su, za a sa su a cikin store for 1 year. Dole wayan nan sai an biya zakka kansu. Ko na yi bayani akan wanda yake mu ne muka sa ruwa, zakka da za a biya kan wayan nan bayan shekara ɗaya, zakka 5% ne. In mun tara duwa mu za mu kashe kudin, za mu cire 5% kawai ne za mu biya. In mun tara duka ko sai mu raba shi gida 5. Amma in wanda Allah ya ba mu ruwa ne daga sama, ce ba mu ba da muka yi artificial irrigation ba, wannan in mun raba shi gida 10 za mu cire guda 1 da shi ne za mu biya zakka. Kayan gona kenan. Kuma duk yayan itace, mangoro, duka da muka sani, in za a biya zakka ɗinsu, ana biya zakka. Ko dabino ne ko wane ne. In mun duba haka ce, kai, within 1 year, this is the product, iyakaci abin da za mu samu akan wannan kenan. Ko? Sai mu bada over 20. Ce in mun diba wannan yayan itace ɗin nan, in mun ce za mu siyar da su, in mun siyar da su ko in mun raba shi gida 20, guda ɗaya a cikin gida 20 ɗin nan da za mu yi zakka da shi. Ana ganewa? Amma in dukiya na cikin kasa ne, da yake ni da kai ba mu sani ba mamaki yanzu a ce akwai gwalgwale a nan. Ko a cikin gidanmu, a bayan gidanmu a ce akwai wani abu da yake ma gwamnati ba sani ba. Za ka biya cikin 20, za ka biya kashi 1 da zakka. In kuma gwalgwale na masu matanmu ne a gida, in gold ne ko, in gold ɗin ya shiga, in an auna ya shiga 87 gram, 87, in an auna mana a gurin wanda suke aunawa ko, za 87 gram za a ba da dinari, is equivalent to dinari 20, so za a biya 2.5% a kai, in ya kai 87 gram. Amma in silver ne, in ya kai 565 grams, za a biya 200 dinar kenan. 200 dinar is equivalent to what? 565 grams of silver. Then we pay 2.5%. In an raba shi gida 40, za a cire kashi 1. 2.5 is 1/40. Ana ganewa? To yadda Allah yake mu bada zakka din kenan. Amma in kudi da kake da shi a hannunka har ya kai shekara 1, ka biya bashin banki, ka biya bashin yayanka da ya baka kudi da kai business da shi, ka cire duk bashi. Kudin ka ganci kai, kudin nan nawa ne kuma ya kai shekara 1 a hannuna, ko in an rage shi, in an raba shi gida 40, za ka ba da sadaka gida 1. That is 2.5, 1/40 of the zakat. Yanda Allah ya giya mana ce mu yi zakka dai mu kenan. To, duk da Allah ya yi magana a kan zakka na riga na kawo ayoyinsu, na kawo kamar guda 6 lokacin da muka fara karatun nan. Allah ya sa mu yi asa. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alaihi wa sallimu taslima. Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulullah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, part of the importance a diga yin sadaka, a diga bada zakka shine masalul ladina yunfikuna amwalahum fi sabilillah. Those that are giving their wealth, that are spending in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, duk wanda suna kashe abinda Allah ya basu, suna kashe akan hanyar Allah. Kama salin habbati ambatati, they are just like a farmer that planted a seed. Duk wanda yake kashe kudin shi akan hanyar Allah, ana gine-gine masallaci ne, ana taya ma marayu, ana ɗaukar nauyinsu. Duk wanda suke yi wannan aikin alheri, Allah ya ce kamar su mai shuka ne da ya shuka gero guda ɗaya, amma in zai kwashe shukarsa ko zan bashi a gida 7. Ya shuka guda ɗaya, amma in zan bashi rabo ko zan bashi guda 7. Kama sal habbati ambati sabwa sanabil fi kulli subulatin yati abba. Akan kowani kwayoyi guda 7 zo ya shuka guda ɗaya, Allah ya ce zan bashi kwayoyi guda 7. Kuma akan kwayoyi guda ɗaya a cikin 7 ɗin nan zan bashi kwayoyi 100. A farmer that planted one seed of corn, of millet, of grain, of whatever, he planted one. Allah said, I'm going to pay him back in 7 manifold. On each of one of the species inside this 7, one out of these 7, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said is going to germinate 100 seeds. You planted one, Allah multiplied by 7. So these 7, each one of these 7 will now be multiplied by 100. So out of that 7, you'll be having 700, and you planted one. Plus the first 7, making 707, and you planted one. Allahu Akbar. Let's transact with Allah. We never fail, and we never lose, and we never go bankrupt. So, Wallahu yudaifu liman yasha. Allah said me, and the one that used to manifold in multiple, whosoever transact with me, Wallahu wasi'un alim. Allah said my knowledge, my power is very wide, beyond the horizon that you people can capture. This one can be found in Surah Al-Baqarah, Quran 2, chapter 261. Now, a cikin livestock da muke da su is bee. Zuma ma dole ne sai mun ba da zakansa. Domin wasu suna gonan zuma yanzu ko. So in mun cire wanda za mu yi amfani da shi da za mu sha a gidanmu, duk abin da ya rage ba za mu yi a ce this is the quantity ba for the bee. The quantity of the honey product, right, of the bee product. You just use visual judgment. There is no precise NISAB. I've told us what NISAB is. It's the threshold for those of us that just came. The threshold that must be attained before you are due for or you are eligible for paying zakat. So if it is for bee, we have mentioned some of other animals. We can't cover everything about zakat in this place, but we try as much as possible. Sai a dan sa ido a ce kai wannan zai kai drum guda 10. Okay, out of this drum guda 10 zan ba da one out of it. A cikin drum guda 10 din nan ko zan ba da drum guda 1 zuma da na tara daga gona na. Amma a ce this is the precise Islamic bounding condition on that of bee babu, as far as the little research I did. Allah gama lafiya. Allah ya ce in suratul Nahl, Allah mention, Allah ya ba mu sura a cikin Quran da yake ya ba ta suna bee zuma. Ko kafin mu kai suratul Al-Isra, you're going to meet suratul Nahl, suratul Al-Isra, suratul Kaf, suratul Maryam. Allah ya ce wa auha rabbuka ila nahli. Me Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala I revealed unto the bee. Allah ya ce wai ya ba zuma ya ba shi wahayi. Kuma akwai wasu sun ce duk wanda Allah ya ba wahayi dukansu annabawa ne, haka ne? Haka ne? So za mu yi ce Zuma ɗin nan shi ma annabi ne? La. In haka ne, ko maman nabiyu na Musa alayhi salamullah wa auha ila ummi Musa yana na suratu Toha. To ita ma za a ce ita ma annabi ya ce? A'a. Bayan nabiyu na Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ba wani annabi kuma ba wanda zai zo. Amma wanda zai zo ya riga ya zo kafin shi. Shi ne wa nabiyu na Isa alayhi salamullah. Kuma zuwansa zai zo ya yi fada ne ba. Fada ne wanda suke kiran shi yaron Allah. Abinda yake zai zo kenan. Kuma zai tabbata ce dini Allah shine al-Islam. Wani dini bayan al-Islam banza ne. Abinda zai zo yi kenan kuma zai amfani da shekara 40. Domin an daga shi zuwa sama a shekara 33. Zai dawo zai aure kamar ni da kai muka aure. Allah zai bashi yaya. Zai zo yi sallah, zai zo yi karatu, zai yi da'awa. So bayan shekara 30 sai malakul maut zai kashe shi ma ya zo ya same mu a can. Allah ya samu hadi lafiya. So Allah ya ce wai mun ba zuma wa ha rabbuka ila nahali. Allah revealed unto the what? Unto the bee. This does not qualify a bee because mun san duk wahayi na waye ne na annabawa ne. So duk wanda yake giya mana ce wai akwai annabawa na mata kariya ne. To, Mama Isa, Maryam, Sayyidatuna Maryam, ba Allah ya tura Jibril gurinta ba? Da ta gaya mashi, inni a'udhu minka in kunta taqiyyan. In ka mai jin sauro Allah ne, da Allah, ka nisance ni. Sai shi Jibrilu ya gaya mata, ya ce wai, ni Allah ne ya aike ni gurinki in zo giya maki ce za mu baki babban gulamun zakiyya babban yaro. Sai ita ma ta giya masa ce wai ni da yake namiji bai taba ni ba ko? Ya zai yi ciki? Akwai wanda ya taba yi ciki ce ba kwanta da namiji ba? Sai shi mai giya mata ce wai ai magana da Allah ya riga ya gama ne wa kana amran makidiyya. Kai ki bar magana. Brothers, anything that Allah has perfected, whosoever is plotting, amakaru wa makarallahu, wallahu khairul makirin. Bayan kasa ne za su yi ta zama. Ku dai bar ma Allah komai da komai. Ku san every time ina gaya mana, mu rungume Allah. Tsohon nan da yake daura maka laya a can kauye, karya ne. Bayan kana so kai sallah ba ka cire laya din ne, domin ka mutu a cikin laya nan ka mutu a kafiri ne. Professor Pella from Ishayin here in Oyo State, that magician, he's a very good Muslim. He used to be a very good Muslim. But anytime he wants to pray, according to what we read, he got his magical power from India. He lived in this our era. He's not a Nabi and he's not a one great grandfather. We lived together. I was alive when Prophet Sopela was doing his magic. As little I am. Anytime he wants to pray, he doesn't pray with his hands to salawat. Despite the fact that he knows that wala yuflihu sahiru aisu khata. All magicians, they will never succeed. They will never succeed. It's an ayah in Quran. But he never live a lie. He always pray his house to salawat. So anytime he wants to pray, he will remove the band, the talisman they gave him from India. They tried to kill him. So they targeted him while he was praying. And that was when they killed him. Lokacin da yake sallah da yana gaban Allah. Kun sa akwai wasu fa za su samu bonanza kawai ne. Za a kashe su kawai, amma kuma sun je gaban Allah ne. Duk shirme da sun riga sun yi a duniya Allah zai yafe musu. Allah kawai ne san tsakanin shi da Allah da akan gurin sallah ne a samu a kashe shi. So kada a ce wai rushi ya mutu a kafiri fa. Ba kan sallah yake ba, Allah kawai ne san imani da ya dauka zuwa. In bai da imani ne ba zai cire shi ba, domin shi ma ya san yana da ya ta'adda. He has plenty of enemies. So brothers, all these people calling themselves prophet is not very common a cikin Islam. A diga ce amma a can wayan can in ka je waje yanzu zaka gansu da hotunan su prophetess, prophet men suna da convival, suna da crusade ranar Lahadi. Kariya ne dukansu, makaryaci ne dukansu. Bayan Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ba kowa, amma Isa ya riga ya mana ya ci min badi ismu Ahmadu alama ja'u bil bayyinati qalu hadha sihrun mubin. In ya zo da hujjarsa, me hujja da Rasulullahi ya zo da shi? Al-Qur'anil Karim. za a ce wai sihiri ne. Isa ya riga ya ma al'ummansa. So ba wani nabiyu ba da nabiyu na Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So ba nabiya na mace. Maryam ba nabiya ba. Khadija bintu Khuwailid farkon matan manzo Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah yana tura Jibril ya je gaishe ta. Allah used to send Angel Gabriel to go and greet Khadija bintu Khuwailid. Are we going to say that Khadija too was a prophet? Kalla. La. Wala alifu la. So mu da muna da wannan ra'ayi ce an ce akwai annabawa na mace, babu, mu cire a cikin ra'ayinmu. Allah ya sa mu gama lafiya. Allah ya ce wai auha rabbuka ila nahli, we reveal unto the what? Unto the bee. And ittakhidhu min jibali buyutan, that on the mountains, on the rocks, the bees, they should carve out of the mountain their own abodes. Where a jikin mountains, duwatsu babban duwatsu din nan, wai su zuma su gina gidajensu a jikin duwatsu nan. Allah ne ya ce wai ne muka yi haka. Wa min al-shajari, kuma akan itatuwa inda muke zuwa muke kwashe su din nan da zuman su. Allah ne ya ce ni ne na ba su iko su yi ta zama a gurin. Wa min ma ya'rishu, kuma a cikin duk inda suke ginawa da yake mun ba mu ma sani ba. Ba wai akan duwatsu na kawai bane gidajensu yake ba. Ba wai akan itatuwa kawai na gidajensu ba. From whatever they are using to construct their abode, Allah said, I'm the one that revealed unto thee. Summa, bayan wannan, kul min kulli samaratin, ku ta ci a cikin duyayen itace, fasluki subula rabbika zulula, amma duk abin da Allah ya baku, every one of you should be humble on your part. Yahruju min butiniha mukhtalifan alwanu, Allah ya ce a cikin zuma din nan akwai shifa'u. In the Holy Quran we have 7 shifa. I printed them out here almost 2 years. I share with everybody. وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينِ قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَشِفَاءٌ. They are 6 shifa. If you are reading them on daily basis, any disease will not be afflicted on you. It's there in Quran. Gurare guda shida ne Allah ya magana shifa. Gashi yana magana na zuma kuma. Scientifically, it has been proven that on the left wing of the bee, there is cure. Laboratory analysis has been performed on it. So, if a bee, butterfly.
No,
Housefly. If a housefly perch on your food, right? You should press it inside the food so that the left wing, the poison that he has poured there, the left wing can erase it away. That is ordinary housefly. Not talk of the bee. That Allah said, what? Fi is shifa'un. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us how we need to manage all this and the benefit of all this. So, what we are talking about, how to pay zakat on the bee, na riga na gaya mana. Yanda ake biyan zakka akan zuma, na riga na gaya mana. Allah samu dace. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us again that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never reduce your wealth from you being given zakat. That some of you that you are scared of paying zakat, some of you that you are scared of giving to the less privileged ones, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that doesn't mean that your sadaqah or your wealth will be reduced. Somebody asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sula Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rajulun, ayu sadaqatin afdal? Which of the sadaqah, which of the charity is best? Faqala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Anta saddaqa wa anta sa'ihun harisun. It is for you to give out your sadaqah, your charity, your zakat when you are healthy. Not at the point of death. You now be saying that give this to Fulan ibn Fulan. La. When you are healthy, that you are powerful, when you are in position, that is when you should give. You should use that your position. There is nothing they are using position for, other than to help people. It's just the idiot that we have now that they are not helping people. That's why I keep telling us every time. You know, as I was shouting during the electioneering period, those of you that you are following them up and down, majority of them, they are giving them slot of work, ministers, senators, and they are still selling it to the people that campaign for them. So, no, they said the first 6 months of your son will be taking the salary. They will give you the slot, but they will be taking the first. So what benefit have you benefited from them? And in the morning, your mother will be in the house. In the afternoon, your mother. This electioneering period that left, some people have been disengaged from their husband. Because some people's husband are no nonsense husband. Alaja Sabu, wọ́n ṣe ń tẹ̀lé Karima di Salomon lọ́mọ wọn lè padà wá mọ́. Yẹ́nà kẹ́kẹ́ bí Mèsìásẹ̀ náà, kẹ́kẹ́ dáwọ́ jílẹ̀ náà. Because 3-4 weeks, she didn't come out to come and even cook for her husband. And at the end of the day, what will be the benefit from the politician? I will say Allah ba beje nuna maka Allah ba. Kuma beje wani abu alheri maka ba. Instead of us spending our useful life for these people, use it inside of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ku ka ne za kai gurin su, ku kai ma Allah. Su ne suka mai kansu yadda suke ne. To Allah da ya ba su matsayin nan, me yasa ku ba za ku kira Allah din ba? Wannan ne zai yi rayuwa na, wannan ne zai ba ni scholarship, wannan ne zai kiyaye da yara. At the point of doing it, Allah ya kashe shi ba. You have lose your faith and you have lose what you are looking for as worldly material. Murungume Allah. Allah ya ce, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ya ce, duk lokacin da muna da karfi, let's put your agbára. When we are powerful, when we have the strength, that is when we should be responsible to people. When you have the money, that is when you should help people. Not until when you are about to die. The house you kept in Dubai, the house you keep in Zaria, in Godbeji, the one you put in Agondosa, in Kaduna, that's when you now be telling your people. It's of no use again. I told us the other time when we were talking about money. I said, uncountable numbers of trillions of naira are in domicile in various banks that the owners have died and their family are not aware. That is why you see most of these bankers, most of these GMs or whatever the status they have, they live beyond their means. Because they know the permutation and combination of how they are doing it. Billions of naira are here in the bank. The owner has died and nobody to trace it. I kept saying it. The woman you married and you put inside your house that you are sleeping together with, let her know what you didn't tell your friend. Don't let her know what you didn't tell your father and mother. Because when he died, all your things will just go in vanquish. And it's something you have labored for. Either halal or haram is your own. The haram you account for it. Even the halal you are going to account for it. So every one of us, we should help people. When we are powerful, that is what this hadith is telling us. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us eat to the call of Allah and that of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The time is fast spent. I was thinking maybe I'll be able to complete it today. But as Allah wants it, we won't be able to complete it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spare us to any other time. Last week, we started discussing about those that should be beneficiaries of Zakat. And what prompted this discussion was somebody that just whispered to me after Ramadan that the way Dangote is paying his Zakat, he doesn't think so. I said, why? Because me, I don't know and I'm not a beneficiary and I won't be. Every one of us should pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to also be paying Zakat. That they used to give Dangote staffs the Zakat. And I say it's very wrong. Because the people that merit Zakat, your worker that is working for you that you are paying salary to, their name is not among the 8 people that Allah mentioned. And I've mentioned 4 out of them. I thought I would be able to mention the remaining 4 today, but time is far spent. So, Bikuratullah Ta'ala, we are going to discuss the remaining 4. So that you know. And those of you that are closer to them, as I mentioned last week, you tell them. Some people must have enlightened Alhaji Aliko because he has gone beyond this. He won't sit down with anybody. Some manners might have advised him. Some are stakeholders that are distributing this. Or is it Alhaji Aliko that will distribute his money? You that are closer to them, tell them. Those of you that are collecting it, you didn't merit it. They can change the name and be saying they are giving you Ramadan package, but it shouldn't be the Zakat that is paying from his resources. You are not entitled to it. So as I'm saying it now, those of you that are taking it, don't take haram again. I know majority of you won't like it. But I'm telling you what Quran says, and I'm proving it to you people. We should live our life in an Islamic way. Say the little you can say. Be bold and say it. As far as you have your hujjah from Quran and Sunnah. Forget about the qiyas. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let us end well. Inna Allah ya'murukum bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi ya'izukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Conclusively, ina fatan yan uwan mu Hausawa at least na dan yi kokari yau an ji bayani na ko. Domin an same ni sati da wuce ma an ce wai ba na yin adalci. Zai yi turanci da yawa sai na yi magana minti biyar da ce Allah ya hakuri. Kun ga na hada komai da komai yau. Duk magana da muka fara sati da wuce da na yau muna magana akan zakka ne. Ko gashi na dan tattauna to inda na ɗaya kuskure ko inda bai yi daidai ba Allah ya fi mu Allah rike shi haka yau lokaci ya riga ya wuce bi kudratin Allah ta'ala za mu kammala sati mai zuwa Allah nuna mana duk wannan da muke yi muna dan karatu ne domin mafi yawancin mu ba mai zuwa masallaci zai zauna ce zai ji ta'alim yau zai ji wannan yau ba lokaci kamar ni yanzu throughout Ramadan mai je tafsir ko guda ɗaya ba which is not part of my life. Kuma me yasa za mu ci including Sunday I used to be here. To wannan ne za mu gaya ma Allah, is this what we are going to tell Allah throughout Ramadan? How many of us go for tafsir? We are all here. Will Allah ask us how many kilometers of road you do? Yes, President Muhammad Buhari is coming. Yes, you don't have time. You don't even pray salah. You are doing road. You are preparing to receive him. Who is President Muhammad Buhari in front of Allah? How many of us go for 2 tafsir in this Ramadan? That's why you see me at times, I go extra mile if I'm discussing. I go like 2 months discussing one topic. Take like 2 hours discussing one topic. So that we can understand. We see as if we are in madrasa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let all this that we are doing, let it be in the scale of our goodness in this world and in the hereafter. Once we are saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us for it. You that you are listening, majority of you, you know more than me. I just have the privilege of standing in front of you today. You don't know tomorrow. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't let it be a hujjah against every one of us. This project that brought every one of us together, may Allah let it see the light of the day. We are seeing significant progress. In less than 2 weeks now, we are going to commission it. We are going to take petrol, diesel, everything to everybody's house. All people working here, you don't even need to be buying petrol again. We just be giving you for free because you are part of the project. Now Allah let you see the light of the day. All the investors, all the stakeholders, every one of us we are contributing. Security contributing, engineer contributing. Even the people that are stealing cable and diesel are contributing. You know, for how many years I've been fighting people stealing here. But alhamdulillah, I think the message is well passed across. I think the rate of theft, to my own knowledge, reduced. For some of our people that were praying together here. I know an operator that told me, Kai, Brother Saheed, forget it. Buy the down, we say, we must sell the diesel. Buy the down, no matter the security, we must sell diesel. So they were trained, while they were learning the machine, they were trained on how to steal diesel. And I keep shouting here. Nobody doesn't need money, even me. But let's look for halal money. Train your children with halal money. If you say you can't change your own way, right? And what Lord Mala is saying, that Mala is just saying so. Don't use that money to vindicate the future of your children. So that poverty will not continue to be lingering in your future, in your family. You will suffer here, suffer in the grave, and go and suffer in the hereafter. Don't do that. How much is the money? You know, a lot of people that are retired now, they are bedridden. They have collected money from somebody that they are not supposed to collect money from while they are in service. I know 2-3 persons. I know somebody in the hospital now since August. It's a big man, a paramilitary person, big man. Since August, he has been in the hospital. They must have sold this. But it's any money that you kept at home that you are not doing more. Won't the money be reducing? And if Allah wants to deal with such people, He will not allow them to benefit from their children. Brothers, let's be careful the way we collect it from people. Let's be careful the way you humiliate people with the power. Let's be careful because of the day we want to do, the power will not be there. And you see what you want to do, you'll be able to do it again. And our security brothers, may Allah continue to be protecting you. You know, I used to say every time, and I'll continue to be saying, your weapons, may Allah not let them use it against you. and you too, you won't use it against yourself. Spell. Yẹ́gbà just ṣe pé wọ́n di ni. Èdì wọ́n ni wọ́n di ni. Pé àgbẹ̀ ò lè ṣí ni. Ajé ayé wọ́n ṣe wọ́n ní sábìkì náà. That will not happen when you people be good at life. But you have to be very careful. If you know you want to cheat, you want to pick one useless idiot inside the refinery here. Make sure it's a useless idiot. Don't take an innocent person to go and suffer. Remember, you are nobody before you are given arms. Remember, you are nobody before you are given uniform. Al-ata al-insanu hinu min ad-dari lam yakun shay'an maskura. Every one of us, the opportunity we have. And they are celebrating you today. Tomorrow they won't celebrate you again. So don't misbehave. Don't misbehave. Thousands of people that are better than you, they are there. They don't have this opportunity. And it's your own star that is shining today. Tomorrow you will be alive and you will see somebody where you are dictating authority. And the Islam will come. Nigeria is getting tantamount to changing another phase. Allah, President Muhammad Buhari and his cabinet, they will be going. And the Islam will come. You know, I used to tell us, don't curse your leaders. You will never be a great person in life. And your children will never be great. And if they great, they become great, erroneously they will fail. And the Islam will come. The Awalokan that are coming in, Allah, please choose the best for the cabinet for us. Don't choose idiots that will frustrate our life for us. Every one of us, we are leader in one various places or the other. Even you that if your wife wants to talk to you, she must recite ayat al-Kursi. So Allah, give us the wisdom to be taking care of our family and wherever we find ourselves. Allahumma izzil Islam wal Muslimin, wa zilla shirka wal mushrikeen, wa damir adaka a'da ad-din, ansur ibadaka al-muwahhidin bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Allahumma ati nufusana taqwaha wa zakkiha anta khairu man zakkaha anta waliyuha mawlaha. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ma ismi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis samai. Raditu billahi rabban wa bil islam dinan. Abi Muhammadin nabiyya sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله.